Oh my God. Welcome everybody. So I put my food on the stove. All I did was add the broccoli and like a little bit of the Italian sauce. That's it. The rest of it is just sitting on the stove right now. And I didn't add any extra seasoning or anything like that because it's already tastes good. Now this is a reading segment, and if you don't want to be here, I mean, for real, exit stage left. This is a no judgment zone, so if you judge, exit stage left. This is a cool, we all right up in here. If you ain't all right up in here, exit stage left. If you don't have a question, you're welcome to stay. But if you start, I don't know, trolling, exit stage left. That's all I gotta say about that. So the rest of it. So what I did make in front of you is sitting on the stove right now. Oh my God, it smells good. I may have to get up in a minute to make sure it's not overcooked, but it smells good, tastes good, feel good, and it's healthy. It's a vinaigrette versus having butter. I don't know, butter, and then versus having grease and all that stuff. It's cooking in like not natural chicken. I drained it when I cooked just the chicken by itself. I drained it, the grease out of it, and then I put when it was halfway cooked. Then I put the broccoli in it. So the broccoli and the chicken right now are cooking together. This may be my last segment for until at least later on today, but I wanted to go ahead and get it in. So here we are, standing here together. I'm eating these popcorns. Oh my God, they're so good. It's just like Chester's puffed popcorns. Man, I didn't realize how much. About 3/5 servings per can or per container. They tell you that means about a third of this bag is 150 calories. So it's not like I can sit here and eat the whole thing, but some of it is okay, and they're actually really good. It's just puffed popcorn, and the reason it's so many calories is because puffed popcorn is cooked in butter, but it's also, I don't believe it's real popcorn. I'm just gonna say, because it looks like this. Does that look like real popcorn to you? Or does it look like a puffed chip that looks like popcorn? That's what it is. It's a puffed chip that looks like popcorn. So I'm not advertising, however, since we're talking about food in the first place, about 46 pieces is 160 calories. That's roughly a cup and a half. Enriched cornmeal. A lot of the stuff in here is made from corn, like cornmeal and vegetable oil, corn oil, like corn oil, canola, sunflower, made from corn, but not corn. So this is not actually popcorn. Okay. Yes, you can have a free reading. What would you like to know? Mind you, I'm doing 2 shows at the same time, so if you'd like to know it, I would suggest you get it out because I have a cooking show going on at the same time as well, so that the people that I'm talking to about my cooking actually know what's going on here. Leo's right now, like, you're a Leo, but I also know that you just got out of something. If you're not still in something. Yeah, just check out my last 3 videos and it will let you know exactly what's going on. It's chicken and broccoli today. And for me, a salad, but other people, I also gave you the ingredients of how to make the perfect white rice, Chinese style. But yes, Leos, I know y'all just got out of something. So, like, Leos don't, like, they're very, like, awesome people. So it's not like it's hard to get in and out of a relationship and in another one. It's just getting over the last one in order to get into a new one. And 9 times out of 10, like when y'all are halfway through it, y'all think that y'all are ready for a new one. And when y'all actually get into that new one, you'll just be like, man, I should have like really thought about this. Which is kind of a downfall of Leos is that y'all are so sweet and like caring, giving. Y'all are family people, family oriented. So when people like approach you, it just be like hard for you to just be like, I'll accept you, you know. But at the same time, when one ends, y'all probably have something going that you don't even know is going already, but it's going. But y'all are very like it's me and my family or nothing. So I'll be like, okay. So you give like people an ultimatum upon meeting you guys, which puts a lot of stress on a person. I accepted the stress. When I was married to a Leo, I was married to a Leo for 15 years. But one thing I can say is the ultimatum kind of took over our lives. And she might say that I hurt her. And I'm not saying that the past person didn't hurt you. But everything is like, give up everything that you have going on in your life because I'm family oriented and I have this going on in mine. So it's like I could never see my own. So you have to like see if you were indirectly pushing that person away or not. Because indirectly pushing somebody away is like not allowing them to be or understand or be with you as themselves, which means you had to share the responsibility because the same person, the way you are family oriented, that person may have been family oriented as well. Therefore, if they're spending most of the time with your family, they have no time for their own. And then, as much as your family you allowed your family to come into your relationship, it just didn't leave any room for y'all to do anything like travel, have fun. It's like felt like you were either in the bed or at your family house, or it was a holiday and you were trying to share it. Which that's not a relationship. It's just you. Somebody who's trying to give you everything. So indirectly, I think you may have caused, and you need to go and apologize if you want it back. Because that's not how things work. A relationship is to be shared, not dominated. Leo, the lion. She cheated. I cheated. She cheated before I cheated. I just didn't know that she was cheating. But the point is, before I even knew she had cheated, I cheated. And the reason I cheated is because when somebody dominates your entire existence, you just kind of don't see another day. How can I live like this? If it were you and you had to leave your entire family for this lady, what would you have done? If you had to leave everything you knew as to be yourself, just to be with her like she was trying to be with you, what would you have done? Cheated. Okay. You wouldn't share, so she did what she had to do. Find someone that would. And that's the truth. Lions don't share. They want to make it all about themselves. And when it's all about you and you try to overtake somebody's life, then what does somebody choose when they don't have, if they living in a box of your existence? They find somebody, that can be liberated. And that's not her fault. Yeah, you gave her all your everything you had, but things are not a sharing of an existence. A relationship takes, I got a cup, you got a cup, let's make a chalice. Not like this. I'm going to put my chalice all over your chalice. It doesn't work like that. Then you get somebody just kind of want to let go of your, get out of your goddamn chalice. You need to learn how to share. You need to learn the strength card. The strength card. Look it up. Look up the strength card. You need to learn that part. Where maybe you might be the lion and she might be your queen, but she needs to put her hand in the lion's mouth every once in a while and say, baby, I got an existence too. And it wasn't just you. She should have stood up for herself. And when I stood up for myself, she thought I was and a Libra. Oh, Lord. A Leo and a Libra. I know. It felt like fire and brimstone in that beast. Because my mother's a Libra and I'm a Sagittarian. I'm a fire sign and she's an air sign. Fire and brimstone. And she still tried to make it work, but by the time I was mad, it was like, fuck that shit. Because I tried to give her everything. All of me. And then some. And she still treated me like yesterday's news. Hi, princess. Are you still here, sweet love? Thank you for coming back. Once you fuck up, with a Libra, there is like, it's not even like a fuck up. They be wondering what your agenda is. And you went all lying on their ass. Not lioness. You went all lying on their ass. I wouldn't necessarily, I would give that more time than not. Give that time than not. And if it don't come back, what's meant for you will never pass you by. And that's all I got to say about that. An air sign and a fire sign. An air sign can blow your fire into like a fire flame, or it can like keep you simmering. And y'all could be a good existence, but it doesn't seem to have ended that way or ended up that way. So it's kind of up to you and it's up to her. But with a Libra, I'd give that time because they don't forgive easily. And they will always look at you like a side eye. Even though you don't think that she's doing it, waiting for the next shoe to drop. I'd give that time. If she still, a Libra never forgets who they with. Like a fire sign never forget who they had. But one thing I do know, and the Libra never forget who they had either. Let me put it right. But one thing I do know is they don't go back so quick. I mean, they'll try to have a conversation with you. They will. But they'll argue their side, but won't see yours. You'll argue your side and won't see theirs. So I would give that time. Yeah. I haven't talked to my Libra mother in a year. It's natural. It's just nature. Just accept. I gotta leave it at that, sweet love. I'm sorry that happened to you, Rex, but it's both of y'all fault. And more yours than hers. Because when a Libra devotes themselves to you, you should not take that shit for granted. Because once you do, that mug will sit there. If you take her for granted, she'll side-eye you and for the rest of your relationship. Please put a like in my like box if you haven't. Y'all, I got my chicken and broccoli on the stove. I told you about it previous video. It's on the stove. I gotta take it off. I smell it. So I'm getting a smaller bowl right now, or a little cup. So y'all can see it. Oh God, it's so good. So your chicken and broccoli. Your chicken and broccoli. If I can get it too. Your chicken and broccoli. If you cooked it the way I said, it should look like this. Oh my gosh. My phone's going off right now to one of my bluebirds. Gotta answer it.
She is here.
Who's here?
I'm here. She's here.
Hey, sweet baby.
Hey, how's your cooking coming?
Girl, let me show you my chicken and broccoli, girl. For real. Oh, God. Girl.
And I gotta go to Taco.
Baby. Let me show you this. I'm gonna show you it.
Yeah. Come with me. I'm about to get dressed. I'm about to put my clothes on.
Look at it. Oh, girl. And if I was eating rice right now, I would put this on top of some damn rice. Look at this. And I cooked it off chicken wing. Chicken legs. So this is my chicken and broccoli, girl. It tastes so dang on good. I don't know what to do about it. You know I gave you that, huh?
I'm gonna start looking up sites.
Don't look on sites. Just ask me, like, if you cooking something, just tell me what you're cooking. And I got me a little something of it. I can't eat yet because it's too early in the morning. It's 12, but still. Oh, God. But it's so good. If you were here to taste it, you'd be like, God dang. It is so delicious. You're very welcome, though, Rex. For real. I'm online as well.
You're what?
I'm online too. So watch what you say. Oh,
okay.
That is so good.
Appreciate that.
Oh God, Jesus. For real. Like, I hate when I cook beef and broccoli and anything because I make it so good. When I make beef and broccoli, I eat like 5 bowls of it in a day. Oh God. It's like so full of flavor. I don't even know what to say. It's like flavor. Like hit you in your mouth.
That sounds amazing.
It's so amazing. I even put those little chili peppers in it. Mm-hmm. I cut one up and put it in it. It's slightly spicy, but it's like not extremely crazy. How are you doing? We're trying my beef and broccoli.
Right.
Oh gosh. Taja, how you doing, McCoy?
I'm gonna get dressed and go get some food.
And you about to go to Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Well, give me a taco and eat it for me.
I know, right?
Just an original crispy taco with some fire sauce and some habanero. That's all I eat from Taco Bell. Huh?
I said I'm gonna pull you up online because I'm just gonna go online.
Okay.
I'm about to get dressed and I'm about to go get dressed and go get food.
All right, put me up. Oh my God, this is so good.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't eat too much because you might do that thing where you're cooking and you get full before like the meal because you're eating
my meal is. I know. That's why I got this. This is why I got this. This is one of those seasoning cup, like seasoning lids. I keep those because sometimes I use the seasoning cups for other seasonings, so I can, recycling is always best. To recycle it.
All right, my love.
All right, sweet baby. I'll see you soon.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for calling. Oh my God. Be slamming. You be slamming on some nachos? Man, come on. So the other day I ate some nachos. I was like, these aren't very good. Hi, intuitive. Hey, baby. Oh, my baby's coming. Hi, Bluebird. How you doing, sweet baby? All is well. Intuitive, I just made some chicken and broccoli. You want to see it? I made the video of how I marinated it before this. I made the video on how I marinated it before this. And then, oh, Lord. Girl, come on. Hold on. Ooh. And believe it or not, I made this out of cut up chicken legs. Like I literally sliced up my chicken legs right in front of everybody. Oh, look at that. Wait. Hold on, my camera's gotta like focus and get out my face. And like focus on my chicken and broccoli. Oh, like what? It's like what? It's like, whoa. No, it's not that I love to cook. It's not that I love, oh my God. You love to see me eat. I know, I don't really, I'm a bird eater. I eat like a bird. But oh my God, look at it. Oh, it keeps dropping. Oh, thank you, sweet baby. What you been doing, sweet baby? I'm gonna keep this right here so I can show other people, but I'm not ready to eat it yet. I just wanted a couple of pieces just to taste it. It tastes amazing. My 2 videos before this teach you how to cook it. Or 3. How you been, sweet baby? You know what? My whole life been acting up. Like for real. I've been trying to post videos, but every time I get off work, I just be like, yeah, I can't do it today. I just can't do it. So I've been feeling so bad. So today I slept until like the latest I've ever slept, which was like 6 a.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. I called one of my bluebirds, and then I got in the shower, and then I came here and started cooking. Okay, we'll talk after the live. I'll talk to you soon, sweet baby. You're welcome to call me anytime and every time. And don't ever be scared to do it. I love you, sweet baby. I love my baby mamas. I never let them go. Yes, you can be added to the list. Now I gotta tell you, V, why do my parents give emotional support to my siblings but not me? V, are you still here? Probably not, because I didn't see that question at first. I was on the phone. TJ, you hear McCoy? TJ, McCoy, you still here? Why did your past best friend ghost you? I think you know the answer to that question, but you don't want to admit the truth. people ghost for like two reasons. One reason is that they have something going on. And the other reason is you have something going on. If they have something going on, like say they have a new relationship, it doesn't matter how close you are. If you're the same sex as their lover, or if they feel like, or if their lover feels like you're taking up too much of their time, you can very much easily be ghosted. And it may not necessarily, sometimes it's not something you did. And if you were friends with benefits, well, your benefit card has been retracted. And if you were best friends, they ghosted you because it's like this. No man and that gets a girlfriend wants another man to be friends with their girlfriend. Or no woman that has a boyfriend wants another woman to be friends with their boyfriend. And okay, and exactly. And no man that has a girlfriend wants another woman to be involved in a relationship with them that has like an opposition if they're trying to be together. Like somebody say, that man is not meant for you because of this and this. I see you doing better. Really, honestly, if you don't understand in situation in like where you guys are and growing up in life, you will run into opposition with their lover. And trust me, sex always wins. Tell you that. They say, we friends, we love, we this, we that. Sex, the booty, the hugging and the kissing in the movies, and the going out and having drinks together and the holding hands, that always wins versus somebody to have a conversation with. And I just want to say that whether y'all were best friends or not, I mean, even my best friend in the entire world, I was best friends since middle school with, as soon as he got a man, all of a sudden, I couldn't even reach him. He wouldn't answer the phone. He wouldn't do this. And then after a while, we just don't even talk no more. And he ain't even with the same man, but we just don't talk no more. Then we try to communicate again, but it just felt different. That's all I got to say about that. And he's gay, and I'm gay. It wasn't even like that. It wasn't like no sexual thing. It's just that we were best friends since middle school. Middle school, literally sixth grade. And we graduated high school. We were in college together. And as soon as he found a man, even when I found a girlfriend, I didn't do him like that. But as soon as he found a man, all of a sudden it was the only thing in his life, and I never seen him again. Hardly. So sometimes it just kind of happened like that. I gotta say, and this is to Danielle, Virgo, the only way you're gonna get a Libra back is if you pretend like they don't exist. That's really crazy, but sometimes you have to show a Libra what they're missing. Like silence is the loudest words they can ever hear. And as soon as you stop calling and texting and all that shit, that's when they send you a text and then have you texting them and texting them and texting them and texting them and texting them back. But if you say nothing, That's when they get annoyed and try to get you back. But if it wasn't a relationship worth it in the first place, and you keep having to go through the same thing over and over again, maybe God is trying to tell you something. But if you keep going back, maybe God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. Maybe God is trying to tell you something right now. But if you keep wanting what you want back, He'll keep giving it to you until there's no more y'all left. How long has it been since you've been in no contact? Danielle? Since March? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Otherwise, you're going to be going through this until you do. So I got to say about that. It's the truth. You will continue the same cycle until you leave it alone. When you leave it alone, you get to focus on your own life and focus on your own damn self. I ain't going to say they're going to come back. But then you have the option, God to say, make a decision, because then you have an option on whether you want them to. Because your life is so at peace. Do you want the noise back? That's all I got to say about that. If it's been since March and it's the end of the year, you need to think about what you thinking about. Like, what you thinking? Hi, Martha. How you doing, baby? No, you can't say that an energy that you feel is his. Maybe the energy that you feel is your next, especially if it's positive. And y'all ended up negatively, Danielle. If you ended up negatively, but the energy that you feel is positive, maybe that's not what you're feeling. Maybe it's you're placing an energy on a name that it doesn't belong on, which is why the new energy that you feel cannot come in. Hi, Martha. How you doing? Because God won't let you have something that you and you won't let go of something else. That's all I gotta say about that. I said that. Thank you, Miss Danielle. You don't end a mess and then feel a positive energy and expect it to be that person. Mm-mm. A negative plus a positive is not a right thing. Miss Martha, I'm okay, but can you please advise me? Love, I'm a mess. So what would you like to know, Miss Martha? Sheev, how you doing? Maybe, Danielle, you're feeling the energy of your next, and you're very welcome. Thank you to my last. I mean, for real, thank you to my last. But you got to get to that point where you can thank your last for fucking the fuck up. Thank you to my last. For real, if you had everything in the world and about 2 million men hanging around you that can do the same thing he do, are you going to say it's the same energy? No, you really kind of just don't know. And if it was his, as soon as you thought of him, he would call. or you would call him. No, it would more than likely be he would contact you, especially if he was wrong. Shiv, thank you to my next for that reason. That's it. But the song goes, thank you to my last. Your career is exactly what you put in it. So if you're stuck on the same job, doing the same thing all the damn same time, I guess you're gonna be stuck where you at. But if you have a career in which you want to go for, I suggest you do that. Even if you have this career, work this career until you get an answer from the next one. But if you stay stuck where you are, then I guess you stay stuck where you are. If you don't bother to go to college to get the further education, you won't get nothing else. It is what it is. Thank you, Shiv. Okay, so you and Danny, is that their name? So you and Danny, let's say you and Danny are in a relationship. What is the dynamic of your relationship? Are you still together or no? And is he still coming home at night or no? Miss Martha. And this is Logic Tarot. So you have to understand, I'm going to give you the logical, only thing that makes sense. So one thing is, if a relationship does not have consistency, then they don't take you seriously. And honestly, if you show him the same or her the same inconsistency, then you don't take it serious either. Y'all really kind of need to give each other a break to see if y'all miss each other or not. If y'all don't miss each other, y'all don't. It'll end. But if y'all do miss each other, trust me, when I say, what is that saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. If absence, because if you in it and it's an emotional roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. Loving you is nothing easy. Loving you was never meant to be. That's what y'all are trying to create for each other. If y'all keep doing it this way. And I'm going to tell you that. Look up emotional roller coaster. And it's a song. And it will tell you exactly what you're going through. It was just never meant to be if y'all keep going through this cycle over and over again. Period. Loving you was nothing healthy. Loving you was never meant to be. And then, it took me a long time to realize that after all my exes live in Texas. After all my exes, it took me a long time to realize that I was going through emotional roller coasters with 7 different lovers. And it took me it took me to be out on my own for me to actually realize, you know what? I'm a giant plus one. Like for real, like I'm a good person as one. So it wasn't that I never deserved them, 12:44 on the clock. It's that they never deserved me, because it was like havoc every time I tried to create greatness or they try to create. It would start out a really good thing, but it end up in an argument. And Shiv, I told you about your career. If you wasn't here to hear it, I suggest you rewind the video. I'm not going to say it again. Shiv, I told you about your career. Rewind the video. It's not timestamped. You're going to have to do that. Yep. And you know what? Chrisette Michelle said, blame it on me. Blame it on us. She did. Look up Chrisette Michelle. Blame it on me. It'll teach you something else too. It still don't mean you're going to end up together. The blame game is the worst thing you can put in a relationship. It's not even compromise. It's your fault or mine. That's not a compromise. No one's going to take the blame. Don't. Sometimes other people have childhood woundings and they just keep blaming and blaming and blaming and blaming everybody around them but themselves. Maybe you should maybe you should try to take the chance to look at yourself. If you're playing the blame game with them, maybe y'all should look at each other. So I gotta say about that. If you playing the same game he is, I'm not validating you. But if he's the one to blame me and you're trying to say it's not my fault, it's not my fault. Did I do that? Look, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? If you did it, you did it. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? And he's saying the same thing. It ain't my fault. If y'all both saying the same thing, there ain't no coming together because it ain't nobody's fault. You just ain't supposed to be together, period. It's just something that just kind of happened to teach you the lesson. What they call it? A soul connection. When y'all first met, it was great. But after some time, it's kind of just ain't working out that way. Those are lessons, not blessings. Actually, the blessing is the lesson. Let me rewind that and say it right. The blessing is the lesson, even if you don't stay together. And that's kind of how that works. When you with somebody you truly supposed to be with, it's not that motherfucking hard to love somebody. It shouldn't be hard to love. I think I'm going to make a song about that. It shouldn't be hard to love somebody. It's going to be my song. And I'm going to let y'all hear it. It shouldn't be hard to love somebody. And it shouldn't be hard for somebody to love you back. That's all I got to say about that. Martha, if you got to ask me, you're asking the wrong person. And if you don't believe that he does, then I kind of think you already know the answer. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If he hasn't showed you anything that says, any major part of him that says, I adore you, and you already know the answer. It doesn't take me to answer this question. I'm not in your relationship, but it don't take me to answer it. If you ask me, does someone else love you or believe that you love him or he loves you? It don't take me to answer that question. You already have the answer. You just don't want to believe it. It's sitting right in front of your face. And all these comments you made before me, right in front of my face. You made all these comments right in front of my face. And it's written in them, all in them. That's all I got to say about that. You make your own decision about that. Anybody else? Before I take a break, because I've been doing this since 7 in the morning. Small segments, but better this way. Maybe it's better this way. We heard each other with the things we wanted to say. We should have been so good together. We could have spent this time forever. Y'all, I can't sing right now because my allergies is fucked up. I can barely talk right now. Teacup. Hello, may I ask a question? Yes, you may. The reason that they're not leaving, Sweet Teacup, is because they see you as a very good prospect for their son. It is not that you want to stay or not. That is a decision in which you have to make. So they're fighting for you, but that's a decision in which you have to make. So you have to realize, with or without his family, what is the dynamic of your relationship and what move do you want to make next, Teacup? And whatever decision that is, I don't have any say in, nor do I have an answer for you, and I can't tell you. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I have one thing to say, and I'll tell you a story so that you understand what I'm saying. So I was married for 13 years to a lady. 13 years married on paper in front of a judge. Her family to this day keep telling the man that she's with, like, why the fuck you with this dude? Like, I don't even know why you left your wife. Like, this dude is like shit. And you just had 2 babies by this dude, and he's like shit. And she told me this herself, and so has her family told me this, because they call me every year just to see how I'm doing. And I'm like, first of all, I want her to leave me alone because she already made her choice. I don't sit here and be buddy and talk about the man you with. That ain't me. But one thing I do know is you can leave me alone. I'm going to pat your butt on the way out the door. And most people, I will stick my foot up in it and walk them out. But I'm going to pat your booty on the way out the door and tell you you're going to have to go on. And they still calling me. She's still calling me. Or she was still calling me until I let that shit go. And I told her, look, little girl, don't call me no more. Like, for real. But I had to pat her booty right out the door. Other people, I would have been like, look, watch out, little bitch. Don't call me no more. Because if you call me again, for real, I'll block your ass. But I didn't do her like that. I just was just like, gone, sweet love. Like, I'm not trying to do you like that because I'm in a different mode in my life. So I had to pat her booty out the door and let her go live her life with the man that everybody know ain't shit. And you got to go live the life with the woman that you ain't even asking about. You asking about your ex. So that's the question. And then she over there, I don't know why you were so prominent in her family if she in another relationship with or he in another relationship with somebody else. It shit don't make no sense to me either. So if he got another girlfriend and they sitting over here trying to bother you about it, apparently when you was in their face, they didn't see your worth, but now that they see who he with, they see your worth now, and that's why they bothering you. So one thing I do know is don't get involved and start blocking some phone numbers. Because even if you went back, that person that they trying to get to come back to you is going to resent you because he think that he had to leave the last person for you because his family said so. Fuck that shit. That's all I gotta say about that. Cause I ain't about to be in nobody else's drama. Come on, I got you. Um, honestly, come on. I don't know what other people's actions are towards your situation. I can't say somebody's gonna get a visa by the end of the year. I can't say that. Um, I can't. I'm sorry, Kamal. That's one question I cannot answer because the people move in their own mysterious ways. I can say yes in the form of they want to, but I can say no in the form of the legalities of it. They cannot perform, even if they want to, in like an energetic way. So I can't answer that question. I'm sorry, Kamal. I'm so sorry. Even if the person that has the okay for the visa, I can't say that they're actually going to give you the stamp of approval if it's not within their power to do so. Okay, sweet baby? Because then they'll just do their job. And then it goes against even the energy I feel. And I just want to say that it's not that they don't want to do it. I just can't say. I'm not going to put that on my name or my word. Precious, will my bluebird get out of the cage sooner than later? Universe knows. One thing I do know is if a person goes to jail for something in which they know was wrong and then the courts has sentenced them, the only way that they getting out of the cage is if they do something to get out of that cage, which means they're going to have to become like the jail helper, whatever that is. They're gonna have to like get time and a half plus become a treasurer and all that stuff. Do everything they can to change their life, and then they'll let them out. If your bluebird don't do what the heck they gotta do in order to get out of jail sooner, they're gonna be in there as long as their sentence says to, unless in your state you have time and a half or county time and a half or 2 for 2, all that stuff. You need to find out that much. What is it? If it's day for day, a person ain't getting out unless they show treasury. Treasurer, they get out. They get 1 for 2 or 1 for 2.5, or they work in a treasury for money. Whatever it takes to get them out. If they ain't getting out no sooner, and you know that was some bullshit they did that they got them in there, then no. If you get a lawyer but if you don't get a lawyer and then no. If they've already been sentenced, then no. You know what it is. So asking me about it ain't gonna do no better. I'm trying to tell you, when somebody do some dumb shit, and it's some dumb shit, and they should have stayed home in the first place. It's precious. They should have just stayed home in the first place. You cannot sit here and worry about somebody else's mistake. Let him get himself out of it. If he wants to be a treasurer and he wants to do right by them and will start doing right, he'll get himself out. There ain't nothing you can do unless you want to hire a lawyer and pay everyone them lawyer fees to get him out. I'm not sure that's even going to help. I'm sure if you could have done that, you would have. Brenda, so when when you see some random shit go on in your life, that is a sign that remember what's going on. Don't ever forget it. Even at the moment in which you saw that jacket, saw that feather, and maybe something in your dream that you were supposed to remember that you have not yet. Some people don't remember their dreams. Some people do. I only remember my dreams for the first 2 minutes of the day. And then I forget what happened. So write it down as soon as you wake up. As soon as you see the next feather, write it down as soon as you see it. I collect them. So I know whenever I'm doing the right thing, there'll be a feather right in front of me. Love life. Okay. Love life. Let me tell you something. If somebody says, I'm in love with another girl other than you, and you're not the pick, that's all I got to say about that. And I won't say the words to hurt your feelings. I'm leaving it at that. Wave Killer, what's up? If you say, how does somebody feel about somebody he's in love with other than you? Other than you, he's in love with somebody else that he's actually with? I'm going to leave it at that. If he's not with you, then you know how he feels. Duh. Why are you going to stay with somebody that's not with you? You ain't even with him to stay with him. Y'all have like no bond. He's bonded and in love with someone else. I'm going to say it like that. You make your choice. What I would do is move along. I'd move around. Same. JH, same answer. If they're not with you, I'd move around. I already said what I said. If he says he's in love with somebody else, I'm in love with another man. And I'm so sorry, baby. Yeah. And that's by Jasmine Sullivan. Even though, and you know what? You treated me better than him. You may have treated him better than she does. You may have done better things. But you gave him enough time and reason to find someone else. You have to let that go. And that's all I got to say about that. So once he found somebody else, I wouldn't wait for them to end it. I would go find me somebody. Because I promise you, laying by yourself, talking to yourself, and waiting for this person to come back ain't it. That's not what you want to do. I'm in love with someone else. And I'm so sorry, baby. You treated me much better than him. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting sleepy and I need to lay down so my voice won't come out right. Look it up, Jasmine Sullivan. Those of y'all who have somebody that's in love with somebody else, but keep calling you, don't be somebody's side piece when you was the main in the first place. Excuse me. If I was such a main, then why I gotta be a side piece now? Took me a long time to realize that. This is Ace of Wands, the Hierophant. Thank you so much for coming. I'm about to go eat my lunch, lay down for a bit. I'll see you guys tonight around probably 5, 6 Central Standard Time. Much love to all of you, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for coming to Logic Tarot. Kisses, love, and all that other stuff. I'm sorry, good vibe. I'm about to go. I'm so sorry. Good vibe and love life. More than likely, y'all the same person. Y'all got the same thing going on. However, I got to go. Okay, sweet loves. Much love, kisses, and hugs. However, I will say this. If you're asking about somebody else, if they're single, you have a chance. If they're with somebody, you kind of don't. So I got to say about that. So y'all have a good one, okay? See y'all later.